Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thank you for joining us on, I must remember, it's Tuesday today, isn't it? Because I've started back after the bank holiday weekend, and it feels like Monday, but it's definitely Tuesday. Just keep saying Tuesday. And I'll not mention again the fact that it was a bank holiday weekend, because I know I'm surrounded by people who did work a lot over the bank holiday period. So I'll not mention the word or words bank holiday again. We've got a very exciting show coming up for you, not just me, as you've just seen. I'll give him his proper introduction in just a few moments' time. But a great day lined up for you, including launch party. We've got launch day, and of course, we preview everything that's coming up in this year. Wake up call. We've got brand new dies coming your way. We have got brand new paper pads coming your way, and we are officially launching a brand new event on the website over the next coming days. You will find all about April showers. Now, normally, not a great thing, is it, April showers? Ding dong dong, little April showers, ding 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 ding. But the deals are going to be raining in over the course of the next few days. And today, basically flash deals on the website. Today's deals, 50% off, 50% off stamps and dies for today and tomorrow. So make sure you check out those deals. You'll see the April Showers logo as you click on the website, but all those deals are there for you. But as I've said, that's not the main reason you're here. You're here to see the brand new launches that we've got in our 3 shows coming up today, and here to chat you through all of those. And here by my side for the whole of the day today, I couldn't be happier. It's my one and only crafty bestie, Mr. Craig Laird.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can I just say as well, thank you very much for introducing me 2 minutes into the show, because yesterday, if Corn could get her way, she would have done the whole show all day without introducing me.
What?
She forgot a few times.
What do you mean?
That I was at the other side.
What, so she just talked?
She was just going in, she was chatting to everyone at home, she was going over the products, what you were getting, she was having a laugh, and she forgot I was at the other side of the studio.
Can I just say, it's not the first time that I've heard that. In fact, Debbie Fisher was saying something very similar a while back. But I mustn't say bad things about Corinne, because, Corinne, if you are watching, thank you so much for the box that you left me in the green room, full of mini eggs, chocolate, and I can now officially reveal that thanks to you and also producer Nicola, I have had the best haul of Easter eggs since 1991. So I'm very, very excited about that. And I'm surprised because I think you knew what was in that box, and it was unopened.
I had an idea, so I didn't realise it was actually white inside the chocolate. I knew there was chocolate, I didn't realise it was white. If I knew it was white, then it would not be there this morning, let me tell you that. Now, it was in a lovely box, in actual fact, a box that you could be making with brand new cutting dies.
Yes.
Because it's absolutely beautiful. Talking about a box, look at this one here. Now, we've got the most beautiful designs. Now, the concept of these ones is the ability to cut in. So if you love to have that cut-in feature, if you love to have the shaker element, you can do that. Of course, we're going to give you an outline die as well. So then what you can then do is then you can then come along and then you can then die cut it out of the actual cardstock. So many different ways. But cutting in, we've got that toadstool. Now, using the die on its own, going in with any of your nesting dies, is cutting into the cardstock, and then that's just going to stay in place.
That is a UK TV exclusive as well.
It is indeed, absolutely. But then maybe you want to come along and ink it up. You can see how you've got that idea. But then maybe you're going to go in with the butterfly. I mean, isn't that absolutely gorgeous?
So intricate as
now,
well.
4x6 cards, 7x7, 5x7, 8x8, all of these ones you're going to be able to do. But then maybe you want to come along and then you want to use the outline die to come along aside it, cut it out, you can do that. What about paper piecing? Lovely little icon on the bottom, that's it. There's one with the rose where it's been cut out, been cut in, and then coloured in with the Showstopper collection. Talking about large cards, we've got butterfly there.
Wow.
Now, once again, that's been cut in, but that's creating that really substantial focal point in the middle. Look at the swans. Now, the swans, that's actually been cut out and lifted up, and then talking about being cut out. Look at the size of this beautiful box. Very simple with the embossing folder, creating your own rosette, and then that is absolutely all that you need to do. Then you can pop whatever you like in the box.
Chocolates.
And then look at that. another card. So a
wow.
matching card that you've got there. Now this one here, it was actually done by Haley and it looks absolutely beautiful. So you can start to team them with your template library. But then what about the birdie? Birdie on the branch there, so cutting in twice into the glitter cardstock, fussy cutting if you want to add elements on, and then last but by no means least, when we love to do things such as our diamond cards, our TP cards. I mean, look at these ones here. So this is all panels that have been cut in, Ben. Look as though they've been cut out, but they've not. They're actually being cut all the way inside your cardstock as well. Incredible bundle, incredible showstopper bundle that I know Ben's going to go over later on. But then what we've also got as well, and I've not even showed you because I'm going to leave you hanging a bit longer, is a brand new plaid / I'm calling them tartan paper pads, which are all traditional styles but with a modern colour twist to them.
That's it, and I know you're very excited about these because you, well, kind of had a bit of a thought about these initially, didn't you, these plaid pads?
So as we quite vocal about every couple of times throughout the year, everyone within the company has the ability to put forward any ideas. Yesterday we had the shaker dies on that I was telling you, it was Liam. Liam is in the gallery with Nicola today. That was his idea, and actually you might see them coming up throughout today. Now the paper pads, my idea was to put forward plaid paper pads, because I know certainly you guys stateside have been asking for them as well, a lot of people in the UK, but yeah, I put forward the idea of plaid paper pads, and now we're at a point where we've now got them, because one I thought was a good idea because of the feedback of you at home saying, yes, let's get them.
Which goes to show, if you ever think about something and you have an idea for something, do fire it our way, because more often than not, we do chat about it, and who knows, eventually it could become a reality. A few hellos, because we're busy this morning already. Who had a great Easter? Let me know in the comments this morning about your Easter. How was your weekend? There is a big national day today as well, which I'll talk more about a little bit later on, because if I reveal what it is too early, we are going to get inundated with pictures. But hello to Teresa, who joins us, saying good morning, lovely crafters. Lois joins us from Ohio. Cheryl's in from Alaska. It's 2 a.m. in Alaska. She's watching from bed, Cheryl. That is dedication. That's what we like. Eleanor joins us from Pennsylvania. Alicia's in from Arkansas.
Ooh, nice.
Michelle is in, saying new dies, yay. Alicia says, oh, I'm awake. My two favourite guys are back together.
Boom!
Boom. Doesn't quite work. Wait there. Oh, no, you come my way. You come my way. You come my way.
Do you know that was like? Do you know what it was like? Remember in back in the day of COVID, on live TV shows when they split the presenters, but then they had it kind of like it was fused together, so they were closer. That's what it was like.
It was. Just back then.
Good morning, Britain, with Ben Moseby and Craig Laird.
And Craig Laird. Hayley says, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone has had a lovely break. Looking forward to today's release. Hi, everyone, says Diane. Ian is in. Say morning, all. Just wanted to say, really enjoyed you, Ben, on the radio this morning. I think I was on the radio this morning as well. I'm so busy.
You've got another job?
I've been bopping away in the office. Zoe's in from West Sussex, and Christine Mahoney says, good morning. Looking forward to all the demos and inspiration today with this collection of dies. I love them. Michelle says, I love the cut-in feature. And Candy is in, saying, good morning, fellow crafties and CTV crew from Portland, Oregon. Hi also to Terry in Ohio. We have got a top team for you today. Me and Craig, of course, and in the gallery. Steering the good ship craft today, it is producer Nicola. And also on the ones and twos, on the joystick and the buttons, it is Liam. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yes, we may today see Liam's lens.
I've not seen Liam's lens
camera
before.
2 over there when he does like a bit of a...
He likes camera 2, doesn't he?
He loves a bit of camera 2. Mm-hmm. Not too bothered about 6 or 3 or 4.
No,
but when it comes to 2...
Oh, he's got a thing.
Yeah, it's got a thing for
number 2.
Yeah. If you do want to get in touch, Craig's just spoiling that. He sounded like a kettle then, didn't he? I can't even do the noise he's made. Craig has put the kettle on. Get in touch on Facebook and indeed on YouTube over the course of the show. Any questions?
10 minutes
any comments?
into our first live show.
Us muck about? Never.
Never.
Right, I think we're going to go and take our places now.
Yeah, we're actually going to get paid to do what we do.
Yeah, let's do what we do. All right, here we go.
With camera number 2.
Camera 2. Do what we do. The statement, I told you it's camera 2. Liam loves a bit of camera 2. There is the brand new statement cut in and out dies. This is the showstopper, as Craig was alluding to earlier on. Is your full set of dies, which I'll go through, and you also get your card and your markers. Basically, this works out that we give you within the bundle a set of your aqua markers. And then you also get in here your 12 by 12 beautiful luxury mixed cardstock in the pastels. Now, that would set you back, if you were to pop those two items into your basket separately, that would set you back an extra £40 or $53. However, what we do is we just charge you an extra £20 or $30. Then you get the discount, of course, on the dies as well. So that price there is incredible, really. If you look at it like that, that really works out that you're only paying, if you go for the showstopper, an extra, if you're platinum, £4 or $7 for the new collection. That's how I would look at it, which is bonkers. £44, $60. If you want to go for the showstopper, as I've said, if you want to go for the dies individually, you can. If you also just want to go for the dies on their own, aside from the showstopper, you've got the availability to be able to do that as well. It's entirely up to you how you want to shop, but get ahead of the game, because I have got a feeling it is going to be busy. Details on the screen if you just want to go for the dies on their own, that full 7-piece collection. £28, $36. Just show you again, I know you saw the majority of these, I think, as far as the cards were concerned with Craig, but just to show you all of the designs once again. And it shows you in both ways on the boards here how you can use these, because like we can see on the screen, statement cut in and out dice. If you want to go cut in, you can. If you want to use that cut out feature as well, of course you can. And these are all that you're going to get. So you've got your little birdie. You've got your bold butterfly, couple of butterflies featuring in here actually. I think we saw that one very briefly with Craig. This one I don't think we saw. How gorgeous is that one? Your splendid sunflower. Whether you're going in or out with that, it is going to look absolutely amazing. Beautiful one to paper piece, do a bit of colouring with. You've got the rose in here as well, the regal rose. We're also going to give you, mentioned there's a couple of butterflies featured here. You saw this one in card form with Craig just a few moments ago. That is the butterfly meadow. Loads and loads of detail included there. That one I love. This one is called the Graceful Swans. It reminds me of a very high-end brand that you will see on the high street, jewellery brand. I think that looks absolutely gorgeous. And then the last one you're going to get in this bundle, the 7th of the set, is a UK TV exclusive. It is the Mystical Meadow with that gorgeous toadstool there, and so much as far as the foliage is concerned. In fact, there's not much room for anything else within that. Nicola told me to do it. And I just do as I'm told, because I'm a good presenter, you good boy. £28 or $36 is the price for that full set. As I said, if you want to go for individuals, you can. Good morning to Kim. Good morning to Lindsay from Carmarthenshire. Good morning to Philip Watson. Good morning to Lorraine Jackson from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Michelle says those swans would be great for weddings and anniversaries. They would, and they'd also be great. I can't get the image out of my mind now, but if you were giving someone maybe like a nice bag of some jewellery or something, to have the swans on the bag, make them look very, very high end. Shaddai says, good morning, Lord Ben and Craig. Let the Craig, what did you say, Liam? Very good, very good. It could be that well-known jewellery make, Swarovski. Good morning, everyone, from a noisy house in Thornaby, says Kirsty D. Workmen are knocking down the yard wall. Oh, I hope you've asked them to do that and they haven't just randomly turned up with a load of mallets going, take that. Karen says, good morning from Florida. You two have already made my day. Thank you. And Sandra Dundas from just up the road says, good morning, lovely Crafters TV. Right, I think I've said, oh, Susan's in as well from County Durham. That's where we are. So that's Susan Camp, that is. Betty's in from Idaho. And I think that's everyone so far. Feel free to say hello. Let us know what you're shopping for. But we're going to get cracking because Craig has got his first demonstration. Which of the dies are you going to be working with? I wouldn't like to call it, but is it going to be the butterfly?
It is indeed.
Yes.
Bold butterfly. I wonder how you gathered that one with all the butterfly bits that I've got cut out ready
I
to
didn't
go.
see that.
Did you not?
How dare you
Did you
assume
not?
that's how I guessed?
No. I was going to go for the swan. We're shooting our favourites, but we do.
No.
And my one is the swans. We're going to be having a look at that one just shortly because I think the swans are absolutely beautiful and completely elegant when it comes to the design. But what we are going to do is we're going to use the butterfly. So it's the bold butterfly. Now, I've cut my cardstock to 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. I am going to use the aqua pens that are in that Showstopper collection. Now, I'm not going to add a lot of colour, so I'm still just going to use my white multi-purpose cardstock.
Yep.
It's not going to be kind of drenched in water and colour, so I'm not going to worry about using watercolour card. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to position my die into place. Now, I am only using the detail die, so it's going to cut into my card. You do get an outline die with all of them, so you can create an aperture. You can then create a separate butterfly element if you want to, creating its own individual topper. But for simplest form, we're going to be using it in this way. So let's tape it down, and I'm going to have most of my tape on the die and only a little bit onto the paper because we're keeping that cardstock layer. So therefore, if any bits of the tape catches my paper, well, it's very unlikely that'll happen because I've only got the smallest bit of low tack tape touching.
Yep.
Using my Junior, as I always do, my favourite machine. All of these are going to go through your Junior and your Midi as well. Some of them will go through the Mini too, such as the Birdie as well as the Swans. That is if you're using them with the outline die. So then what we've got is we've got our cut-in feature. So if I take that one out, what we've then got is we've got our butterfly. Let's take our tool. And then I'm just going to go along and I'm just going to cut all of these ones out with my little die tool. And then that gives us our cut-in feature. So let's bring in a bit of black cardstock so that you can see, and there is that cut-in feature. Now, even on a bit of black card or colour card, we've got that pastel in the bundle as well, would look beautiful with a sentiment. But what I have already done, also within our multi-purpose cardstock, I've gone in with a few of my water-reactive inks. So with these ones here, I've gone in with Lemon Tonic, Crushed Velvet and Parakeet, and I've just done a little bit of a blend. So what I can then do is set that one to the side for now. And then let's go in. I'm going to go in with purple. I'm going to go onto my glass mat. I'm going to go in with yellow / topaz onto my glass mat, and then green, verdant green. And we're going to go in there. And then all that I'm going to do, now this point, you could if you wanted to, Ben, I'm just going to do little splatters onto my card. You could do it first, leave it to dry, then die cut, or do what I've done, die cut, then go on with the splatters. It's up to you, it makes no difference whatsoever. But all that I'm going to go in is go into my water. I've just got some water here at the side, and then I'm just going to take some of that off, and then I'm just going to hit against my finger. Or if you have, maybe you have sore fingers, dexterity, anything like that, you can always hold another pen or something.
Oh, yeah.
Just to tap against. And then I'm just going to clean that off. And then what I'm going to do is come along, take that excess off there.
Yeah.
Let's go into the green. And then let's do that as well. So let's just work away. And then what we can then do is then come along.
You remind me of, I've never seen anyone use a pen before because they use their finger. You remind me of like a drummer at the start of a song going 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all I can think of. 2, 3, 4. I'm really sorry. Yeah! Yes! Yes.
It's all right. It's not dented. You're absolutely fine.
All good.
There you go.
Good.
And that's all that I'm going to do. That is all that I'm going to do. Now, of course, we know by now we could go in and then we can mop all of that up with our watercolour cardstock, create our backgrounds. But what I'm not going to do is that. Let me just take my heat gun because I'm going to use this one because I like how that looks with the hit of yellow. So all that I'm going to do is I'm just going to dry this off for a couple of moments, Ben.
Oh, okay. Well, I can read a few comments more. What? I can read a few more comments out. Karen
Threw you there.
What?
I threw you there.
You did throw me there, aye. Morning, Ben and Craig from a sunny Glasgow, says Karen.
Hello,
Edmonds.
Glasgow.
Hope you both had a lovely Easter.
I did.
I did. Because you were up that way, weren't you?
I was away up there. I had a lovely, lovely few days up in Scotland. One too many fizzy pops, as you guys call it, on the Friday night. Lots of cuddles on the Friday afternoon, Balula.
Yeah, I saw a
won.
lot of your pics actually, and I saw a lot of your videos as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Lots of singing going on. If that's what you can call it.
That's when you know I've had one too many fizzy drinks.
Was that in a karaoke bar?
Yeah.
Did you get up and do a song?
That's when you know, drink responsibly, guys, of course.
Yeah.
But that's when you know Craig may have just had one too many. He dances and then he sings. Which I never do. Never do.
Did you get up and do some karaoke?
I did.
What did you sing?
Celine Dion, I'm Alive.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
There's no video evidence?
I think there's a video on I'm sure Ashley, my friend that I was out with, I'm sure she videoed it.
I think I need to see that. I'm not too familiar with that song, I'm Alive, by Celine Dion. How does that go?
Well, it's with Stuart Little. It was the theme for Stuart Little.
How does it go again?
So, just go on to Apple Music, Spotify, anything like that. Type in Celine Dion, I'm Alive. And it's also one of Debbie Robinson's favourite songs as well.
How does it go again?
I'm alive. When you call on me, got wings to fly. That's it, Liam.
Liam's now singing it.
Liam's singing it. It's a cracking song. Cracking song.
Okay.
So
What's your friend called who recorded it?
Sorry?
What's your friend called who recorded it?
Ashley.
Ashley.
I'm sure she did. Well, she probably did, yeah. I'm
sure
it's on my. I'm sure it's on.
crafterscompanion.co.uk. We'll play that in one of the breaks in a minute. Instead of We Craft Everywhere, Craig singing the theme from Stuart Little.
I'm sure she's already sent it to me. She sent me loads on the, on the Saturday when you're like, actually, I was not bad on the Saturday. Can I just say?
I was showing my Laura where you live the other day and just how beautiful Carnoustie beach
the
is.
Beach.
Absolutely gorgeous, isn't it?
It really, really is. It's certainly in the spring and summertime. I never regret leaving home for Crafter's Companion. But when you see that beach in the spring and summertime, it's like, I don't really want to go. Never mind family and friends, it's the beach. Seeing the beach there, it's like, it is hard. It's really hard. But then I've got something to go back to. And I know everyone says, well, there's beaches nearby here. It's not quite like your hometown beach.
No.
No.
It's the same with me when I go out to Devon. There's nothing quite, it's what you're used to, isn't it?
No, yeah.
Got nothing quite beats the beaches in Torquay and Brixham for me.
Because we have at one end of the beach, as you go towards Arbroath area end, what you've got is when the tide's out, you've got some of the most incredible rocks. And then that's it, when you think back, when my little cousins, when my gran was still here, we'd go down to the beach, we'd climb the rocks. There's still an element of me that does that now. I maybe just don't quite go as far out in case I slip. I'm not as young as I used to be. But yeah, I'll absolutely love the beach.
Well, we got onto that from talking about Karen, who's messaged from Glasgow. She says, I was working over Easter, taking care of my elderly residents, and we had a lovely time enjoying some sunshine whilst watching the show with the new dyes and the plaid papers. They look fantastic. Looking forward to Craig's demos. Well, glad you had a lovely weekend, Karen. And Evelyn Boyd says, good morning to my crafty friends and my favourite guys. I've been watching along, just have been on bed rest. This show has been a blessing and a healing for me. So thank you so much. I love everyone, says Evelyn. Well, Evelyn, get well soon.
Get well soon.
All of us.
Definitely.
And Susan Kemp is new to crafting, only just started making cards approximately 6 weeks ago, she says. It says here. So a set potentially that Susan could pick up, you think, as a newbie?
Absolutely. What I would say, Susan, for yourself, anyone else that's a newbie, keep watching throughout the day. Although this is Wake Up Call, we've got the official 2-hour launch later on today. So keep watching because you'll get lots of ideas as to how you can be using them. For instance, this one, what I've done, Ben, is I've cut it into white multi-purpose cardstock again, and then I've gone along and I have then done it in black card, but I've done it with the outline die.
Yeah.
And then what I have done, now this bit I am skipping at the moment because we'll see more within launch day. Now, with the same 3 inks, what I've then done is I've gone in and I've just inked over the top. So that was with the lemon tonic, crushed velvet, and then the parakeet. So we've done that a number of times. We'll do inking throughout the show, but I know that we want to show lots within Wake Up Call this morning. So I'm just going to jump that bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start to assemble this. So we're going to go in with our tape runner, and then we're going to create our frame with our black matte cardstock. And this card here, with that little bit of ink, this is going to enable you to create beautiful cards using the dies, but in some of the most simplest forms, because you don't have to overcomplicate it. You don't have to add papers if you don't want to. You don't have to add bling and embellishments if you don't want to. You can just use the dies with a little bit of water reactive ink, and then that is all. And then what I'm going to do is I want to add some height to it. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to use these strips that we were using yesterday. And we got to the bottom of these strips. When it comes to the foam pad bundle on the website, these are in the small pack.
Right.
So if you are liking the idea of these strips and even the circle ones that come in the pack, they come in the small pack of 3D foam pads. So that is the ones that you need to look for when it comes to the website. And all that I'm just doing is just placing them around, no specific way. I'm not making a shaker or anything like that, so I don't need to make sure that we've got the joins into each corner of the foam pads. But then all that I'm going to do is go and take these ones off. It's creating the stability, and then we're going to have that framework of the black, because my white layer that I've gone on with my ink is 5 by 5, so it's smaller than my top layer. So you're not actually going to see that as a frame, you're only going to see the black and you're going to see the colour shine through. So that can then go over the top here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go in, I'm going to use, for quickness, I'm going to go in with my dotty tape runner here. Throughout the day I'll be using my tacky glue that I usually like to use, but then we're going to go over this one. Now this one, what I'm going to do, Ben, is I'm going to go right over the top. So I'm going to go directly over the top of the white. And even if I was to leave it at that, how beautiful does that look? And in actual fact, what I'll do is let's add my sentiment so you can see how it looks before I add my inky butterfly on the top. So let's go in with Special Friends. They were in that Gemini MIDI bundle that Corin was showing yesterday.
I've got a question from Terry.
Yeah.
Which colour aqua pen is closest to lemon tonic?
I would say Topaz that I've been using, yeah. Yep.
To lemon tonic?
Sorry, no. Topaz is closest to Honey Pot. Closest one to lemon tonic. I'm going to have a look at our pens at the side.
Okay.
I mean, I can't remember them offhand, but we'll have a look. When we go back to Ben in a moment, I'll go back to our set here and have a little look. But what I'm doing is, usually I don't always add gems or embellishments within the demo, Ben, but what I wanted to show you is just creating that visual kind of angle that we've got. So we've got the butterfly, we've then got our sentiment with our black gems at the top, and that looks lovely, creating that statement when it comes to the butterfly. But if we go over the one that we've also inked up, and then bring this one in, now what I'm then going to do is I'm going to do a bit of a drop shadow. So pulling that one down ever so slightly, and then there we go.
Perfect.
So there we go. We've got our card there. So we've cut in, but we've also cut out, but then we've done a little bit of inking. The 3 pens within the aqua pen sets in the bundle, but the what reactives that I used was the lemon tonic, crushed velvet, and the parakeet for the little bit of drumming work on that background.
That's got to be the name of that new technique, bit of drumming work. Good morning to all our beautiful crafters, says Lynn, who's joined us. Andrea Floyd is in, saying good morning, Ben and Craig. I had a wonderful Easter with my family. I made 42 boxes of candy. Some of the boxes I bought and 12 of the boxes I made using file folders. Amazing. Lillian says good morning from sunny London. Hi, Ben and Craig. Beautiful card, says Janine Emery. The black brings out the background colour, says Kim. Love the look of that card, says Michelle. And Betty joins us from Oklahoma too. Sharon Harrison says, good morning all. I've ordered the showstopper and the plaid pads. Now sitting with a cuppa, enjoying the demos. Thank you in advance, Craig, for the inspiration. Hi, lovely Lynn, who says, hi, Ben, Craig, the team, the wonderful social superstar, and everyone. I hope you are all enjoying your day. We are so far. It's a sunny day here as well, actually, so far in the northeast. It is cold, Nicola, and I believe the rains are on the way later.
Oh, no.
So, Liam, champion lake. Yay. That's one of my favourite expressions up here, and I don't hear it enough.
Champion.
Champion. No, but you've got to say it like how they say it, Craig.
Champion.
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 Yay. The Reigns leader.
Canny man.
Champion man. Yay. And that was said with a hint of sarcasm as well. Champion.
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 You know, see, you just saying, sorry, I've just gone out of shot there, Liam.
See
sorry,
you saying, eh?
See you, Jimmy. See you. See when, and I'm leading on to something here when I say this. Sometimes when I watch certain shows or that, and I'll watch and I'll laugh or something, I'll go, oh my God, that's going to be in Gogglebox this week. I'm like that with you and any of the shows you do throughout the week. I'll watch them and I'll be, that's going to be in his wrap-up this week.
See you.
See you, Jimmy.
See you, Jimmy. Let's show you all the designs you're going to get here. And wasn't that a great first demo as well? Particularly, you know, if you are new and you're thinking how to use these, you've seen exactly how you can use them to cut in and then to create that cut out feature as well, to use them both together to create that beautiful effect that you have just seen. However, these are very, very versatile. And as you can see from the little birdie to the butterfly that you've just seen here, you have got... Is anyone else seeing this as well? I'm sorry, I must just point this out. And I see things sometimes, and sometimes you agree, sometimes you don't. But if you cover up like that bottom bit there, is anyone else seeing like almost like swans again, looking back at themselves, and then the reflection in the water? Is anyone else seeing that?
Yeah. Although I didn't think you were going to say swans.
What did you think I was going to say?
I can't say.
Oh.
It's before the watershed.
I can't see what you're all laughing at now. I can't.
Yeah. You went to say swans, but you just paused for a second.
I still don't know what you're talking about. Tell me in the break.
Tell you when you grow up.
What, never? Splendid sunflowers. You've, what? Splendid sunflowers you've also got there. You've then also got your Regal Rose. By the way, I know we are very busy for these because I can see lots of people coming through in the comments as we just go through all of the designs saying you have bought these, that you're jumping in and grabbing these. That butterfly meadow, absolutely gorgeous. Those are those actual beautiful swans that you're seeing there. The graceful swans, and then you've got your mystical meadow. That one is a UK TV exclusive as well. If you just want to go for those on their own, that is the price on screen there, £28 or $36. However, you have the showstopper option as well. The showstopper option, if you want to be able to recreate the demo that Craig has just done, and you haven't got any aqua pens, then this is a great one to go for because you get your set of 12 aqua pens in the primaries, and then you're going to get your 24 sheets of beautiful cardstock as well. That would normally set you back another £40 or $53, but if you buy those within the showstopper, that is just £20 or $30. And like I've said, if you look at that and think, well, £40, $53, if you're platinum, it really works out that you're only paying £4 or $7 for the whole of the collection, which is incredible. Hi, Betty, who says, hi to my two favourite guys.
Hi.
Mary Beth says, hey from Minnesota, and Cara says, morning all, raining here in Plymouth. Oh dear, fed up, need some warm sunny days. I think they're coming, the warm sunny days are on the way. I can't promise you that, I can promise you though, a foam pad collection with a selection of different foam pads, including our foam sheets. Can I just tell you, I've only ever seen these foam sheets, I think, twice before. Do you know something? These will be really good for your cut-in dies. These will be really good because you can use your dies on them. Oh, right, yes, and just go straight in. Yeah. Absolutely. And of course, you know, the fact that you've got these huge size, you get 5 in a pack. You can cut into these and create foam sheets, foam pads, foam bits and pieces, whatever size that you want. We then also give you 3 different sets of foam pads included as well. 2 sheets, 80 and 880. So that is 5 by 5 by 5, the size there. And then you get your 24mm by 12mm by 3mm, and you get that twice over. And then it kind of works out like for free, we then give you another 3 packs of the foam pads as well. So you have got tons in there for a small price of just £12.77 or £21.57. Do you know what? I didn't look at the screen initially, and I looked at all of those, and then Liam just went 1,120. I was like, "Cool, blimey, he's quick at maths this morning." Literally says it on the screen. Literally is there. 1,120. £12.77, £21.57. Great way to get stocked up on your foam pads and foam sheets in that bundle. And also proving very popular today, the plaid pads. The blue pastel plaid and the blush pastel pad. Here they are. Details on your screen here for just £20.78 or $27.12 if you're platinum. Plus, you are going to get 100 bonus points too. Let's just flick you through these, and we'll get Craig's chat on these as well, because you like. Plaid is such a beautiful design. However, Craig, as we're just looking at the blue here, we've got 2 pads in perhaps what wouldn't be described necessarily as sort of traditional colours, really.
No. So if you actually look at the design of them, you will actually have the traditional designs all the way throughout. But as you just said there, yes, you've got the colour. So you've got that traditional designs, but you've got more of a modern colour. So whether you're going through the blue that you're seeing there, you're going to see these blues, these hints of blues, the hints of the lilacs within the blue strips, all throughout decor as well at the moment. So it's really, really on trend colour-wise, but it's keeping in line of the traditional pattern of the plaid / tartan. Now in these ones here, once again, it's all modern colours that you're going to see throughout. You know, floral arrangements, you know, whether it is, as I say, home decor, furnishings. So again, it's going back to the traditional style of your plaids / tartans, but it's bringing it right up to 2023, like Leanne and the product development team do incredibly well, colour-wise, matching modern, traditional, bring them all together. You've got 2 incredible pads there you're going to be able to use for your mats and layers. If you love to do your bag making when it comes to the folds that we'll touch upon later on in Launch Party, but they're just key patterns to have all the way through. You know, even if you don't necessarily want them to be featured as plaid / tartan, they're good for the backgrounds as well. They're a visual delight for the eyes, design-wise as well as colour-wise. 2 of them together, 12 by 12, and still got that 180 GSM with the 36 sheets in each of them.
Yeah, that is, again, great value for money. 72 sheets in total. I know people multi-ordering these. You can go individually if you want, but I think most people are going for the 2 together, particularly when you get 100 bonus points on top. So do stock up. I've got those dies, says Karen Carter, and the new paper pads. And Lynn says, Ben will never grow up. He's a real-life Peter Pan. I certainly Nicola's just gone, that makes Craig Wendy. And then Liam's just gone, more like Tinkerbell.
What happens if I want to be Captain Hook?
You can be Captain Hook. I mean, you've got the beard for Captain Hook, haven't you? But you're not a baddie though, are you? You're a goodie.
I'm kind-hearted.
Kind-hearted. So we'll go with Tinkerbell.
Smear. Is it Smear?
Smee.
What's his name?
Mr. Smee.
Smee.
Mr. Smee.
Oh, it's close.
Not Mr. Smear, I don't know what that is. Let us move on and give you opportunity to get your baskets checked out. If you've got the paper pads, if you've got those brand new dies, if you've got both in there, get to the checkouts. Don't forget as well to hit up the web to see today's deal as far as our April showers are concerned. And in case you didn't know, here is a little video as to how you can get social with us here at Crafters TV.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get social with us. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, on your TV or tablet, you can get so close to the action, it's like you're in the studio with us. You can ask questions about products or crafty techniques. Get hints and tips from our expert demonstrators. Plus, share pictures of your crafty makes with our amazing community. Crafters TV, getting you closer to the crafty action. Our craft experts come from all over the UK to HQ up in the northeast, and here they are telling you a little bit about where they're from and what it's famous for.
I'm originally from London, so Stoke Newington I was born and bred, and loved London. I mean, I love London now, something really magical about being in the capital. Grew up in Norfolk, loved it. The countryside, the scenery, it was very green and just beautiful and picturesque. I now live in Bedford, which is brilliant for work and life, because I feel like Bedford is sort of central to all these places around us, so I get to see so many different places. It's just great to be there.
So I live in Barnsley. It's a town in South Yorkshire, and South Yorkshire's a gorgeous place. Barnsley in particular I love. It gets a lot of flack, but it's a really beautiful, picturesque place to live, especially because there's lots of green places around there, lots of lovely parks and things like that, but it is a gorgeous place to live. Elthicka, neighbouring village to us, which is just full of history, and I love going there ever such a lot. Famous, what's it famous for? Oh, the most famous thing I can think of is a film called Kes. A local author called Barry Hines, who lived in Oiland Common, made a very famous film called Kes that is well known from where I am, and actually filmed literally around the corner from where I live.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. So, join our family of craft experts with live tutorials and demonstrations every day. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products here on Crafters TV. Get creative and craft along with our amazing deals. Your next craft project is only a click away. Tune live 7 days a week or watch on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can chat to us, craft along and meet new friends in our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
You're all our time with each other! You're not through to boot camp, get off!
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. So, stop what you're doing and enjoy the fun here on Crafters TV.
Welcome back, everybody. Lots of people checking out their baskets. Jane Quigley says, hello, Craig and Ben and everyone. I've just put in my order for those cut-out dies and the beautiful plaid papers. Those dies would be perfect with the glitter paste. That is a shout, Jane. I like that. The pink pad, says Karen Carter, reminds me of Tutti Frutti colours.
It does. Fruit salads.
Oh, yeah, fruit salads. Sorry, my mouth is watering now. Yeah, absolutely. Fruit salads. And the Tutti Fruttis. Sandra says, I bought the blue plaid. I find this really hard to say. The blue plaid pad, and four of the dies, because they're plaid, you know it.
It's the plaid pads.
Away. I bought the. Oh dear. I bought the blue plaid pad and 4 of the dies: butterfly, toadstool, swans, and meadow. Terry says the plaid pads would make beautiful envelopes. You need to stop typing plaid pads, please. I'm finding it really hard to say. Can you?
I'm blue, abba-dee, abba-da.
Anne Wild says, I love the tartan pads. That's easier. Being Scots, it's a must for me.
Absolutely. Yeah, no surprise. I have purchased another few.
And Beatrice K says, good morning, handsome guys. I think that's us.
Hi.
You are my favourite men on TV.
Oh.
Beatrice, thank you.
Yeah, a lot of big male presenters out there that a lot of people might like. Bradley Walsh, Ben Shepherd.
Yep.
Philip Schofield.
Ant and Dec.
Piers Morgan.
I only have been making cards since February, says Beatrice. Well, I tell you what, it's lovely to have you with us, Beatrice, and hopefully you picked up some of these great deals this morning. We're going to have a look at the dies once again with Craig, I believe. Are you incorporating over there some of the plaid pads into this demo as well?
The what pads?
plaid pads.
Yes, I am indeed. But what we're going to do is we're going to mix it up. We're going to do what I like to do and cut them into strips.
Oh, yeah.
And create our background. So let's go in, because when I have done this in the past, I have used, even ours are brand new that are not even opened, I have used scraps of strips. Whereas what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to have them specific widths. Now that's up to you. You can use your scraps if you want to, but the ones that I've done, I've used the blush set, and all that I have done, now I'll only do it with on one sheet to show you just now, but I have done them with an array of the blush colours in the pad. So I'm going to go in with my large guillotine here, and each of the strips that I've done, as you can see here, I've done them at 1/2 inch in width there. So simply using our guillotine, what I'm doing is going up, well, I'm saying I'm eyeballing it. I'm going straight up to it. It's at the 12 inch. So all that I'm doing is I'm moving it down 1/2 inch each time, and then moving and then cutting. So all of them, as I say, are 1/2 inch in thickness, although you can do it the way that I've done it in the past, and that's just used any of your off-cut strips. So they're going to be completely different thicknesses. That's up to you. That being said, I have done that a few times within the different colours. So we've got these ones here, so we've got a few of them. The other thing that I do need to do, which I've not done just yet, is let's bring in a bit of black card. Now they look nice, completely edged together all the way along your background, but I do, you know what I'm like, I do like that bit of black. I think the black just gives it that finish and full stop, whether it's at the end or whether it is dividing your layers. Now this one, I'm not going into a specific thickness. I am literally only going to eyeball this, Ben, and I'm really giving myself a couple of millimetre thicknesses, give or take a mil or so. You know, don't worry too much if one's thicker than the other. It's just going to create that barrier in between each layer. And this is where it shows, not just with this pad, any paper pad that you've got, you can extend it because you can use the sheets as a whole, or then you can start to create your own designs if you want to. So let's go in with a piece of multi-purpose. I've cut it to 7 by 3.5. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start within the middle, just because it's easier for me. You can start at one corner and work all your way along. Up to yourself, start wherever you like. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with one of them. Now you can either cover this with your double-sided adhesive sheets, or you can just go edge to edge with your tape runner. Whatever adhesive you want, it's up to yourself.
Is this something you started doing recently, or have you always done this and only sort of brought it to our attention recently?
I used to do it years ago. When I used to do a lot of help and work for Bibby, Don Bibby, before I started here. I don't know, I went through a phase for quite a long time where I would do this, and then I kind of forgot about it. And then it was the other month there when I was doing some prep, and it was with the vintage butterflies, and I had all those offcuts. And I thought, oh, I know what I could do is I could use all those offcuts that are in the different thicknesses to create my background, and I just keep doing it every now and again because it's very, very therapeutic. Now, also at this point, it just so happens visually on my eye, I'm going corner to corner, but you could literally go at any angle wherever you want. Wherever you start, that is the direction that you're going to go in because you're going to be butting up to each edge. Now, as I said before, you can go pattern paper to pattern paper, but I do like to go in with my barrier of my black cardstock. And I'm just going to use my tacky glue and I'm just going to squiggle along, and then I'm just going to hold that in, and then I'm going to pressing that one in. And then I'm going to go in with the next one. Now, equally, as I was saying about the double-sided adhesive sheets, what you could do is if you wanted to do a good coverage of the tacky glue, if that's what you're using, and then you can then go in each one and then just go up to that black line. I've still got a bit of my tacky glue extended out to the side, so I can go in with my next one. And then what we can then do is then we can go in to our next strip. I'm going to have to fill up my tacky glue in between demos so we can go into the next one. And what's lovely is whether you go for the peachy tone or whether you go for this purpley lilac tone, it's still going to complement each other because it's from the one pad. You could do half blush and half blue if you wanted to. That would look really, really nice. And the two colour pads are still going to complement each other, no problem at all. But what I can then just do is then go along, we'll just do a little bit more. So I'm just going to go in, I'm going to go in with my tape runner for this bit here. And then I'll fill up my glue just afterwards. So what we're then doing, we're carrying on. So it's very repetitive. The only difference is each time I'm using a different coloured strip of my paper pad. So we can go in with this one. And then of course, as you get to the smaller end, these bits, what you can do is just chop off and then you can use them when you get to that point there. So let's then go into this one. So let's go all the way down to this bottom. And then I can show you what it looks like once it's completely finished. So there's that one. Let's go in with that one. Let's go up there so I'm not wasting that because I can use that later. Last bit with the black there. And then last bit we can go in just here, like so. So then what we can then do is we can come along and then I'm just going to take my scissor, I'm just going to make it easier for myself. Let's roughly cut that, because all these size bits I can use again.
Of course.
And then I'm just going to trim. So either with your scissors, your guillotine, or your craft knife, what you can then do is then work your way, finish and neaten that edge. So work our way to the end. And then once you get to that end point, what you've then got is you've got one half of your background started. You continue that all the way to the other edge, and then you've got that effect just there.
Really?
In saying that though, Ben, that, say we were to do a black line there all the way to the end, that half and half looks really quite smart. Little sentiment maybe at an angle, or maybe one of the rows cut-in dies as a separate element into that corner there. You've got options. So you can then extend your paper pads into other avenues. But what we can do is let's set that one to the side for now, and then let's go in with another piece of multi-purpose, 5 3/4 by 2 3/4, and we're going to go in for the graceful swans.
Yes.
So let's use the swans here.
Swanovsky.
And then I love that. I think that is so, so cool. What I'm going to do is I'm using the grids on my glass mat because I want to keep that centralised. So I'm just using my grid so that I've got that kind of in the middle. I'm going to go a little bit higher up, like so there, because I could put a sentiment at the bottom. So let's press that one in. And then this sort of thing, this sort of card, it will be a DL/slimline card. So you'd be able to do this through the Mini because that strip is going to go through the Mini, no problem at all.
Yeah.
Feed that one through. And then what I've got is I've got a bit of black cardstock. Now it's slightly smaller than my white layer because we're going to cut into that as well. But we don't actually want a matte layer. We don't want to see the outline of the black. So what we can then do is then take that off, pop these bits out. I think these swans are absolutely gorgeous. I can see myself using them in so many ways. Not that I've got, well, as it stands at the moment, I've got no friends getting married, but I could see this.
I've got no friends then for a second. As it stands, I've got no friends.
I've got loads of friends here.
Yeah.
I've
No
got
friends
you.
getting married though.
No friends getting married, no. They're all having kiddies, but they're not getting married yet.
The joystick's getting married soon.
He is, isn't he? He really is.
That's later this year, I think.
Yeah. Yep. So I know he's looking forwards to that.
Yeah.
He's been doing a lot of organisation.
Well,
yeah.
as much as he's probably allowed.
Yeah. Although his wedding video, that's going to be one epic video, isn't it?
Or is he going to film his own thing?
Well, I don't know, but I'm assuming because he's into doing his drones and movie making and that, he's going to have contacts in the industry that'll come and do his wedding video, I would have thought. That'd be great. Do you know something I don't know?
No, no.
Oh, it's just the way you were like,
Oh no, I was just thinking, I was just imagining George like, filming his own, like whilst he's like saying his vows, he's got his little remote control
His
there.
joystick.
And, like, the drone's like just going over the top as he's sort of filming it, going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
Do you, George? Take Jennifer. Yeah, that'd be
You ever
funny.
tried to fly a drone, by the way?
No.
It's impossible.
Is it?
It's so hard.
That guy on the other shopping channel makes it look really, really easy.
Oh, yes.
That sell them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it, because...
Really? Sorry, Liam. What?
Liam has just said, is this a joke? Oh, sorry, because he said my mother-in-law. I thought it was going to be a mother-in-law joke. My mother-in-law, he says, not mine, Liam's, my mother-in-law, his mother-in-law. Oh, dear God. Liam's mother-in-law has a drone license, apparently. Or does she... How do you go about getting a drone license? Like, do you have to take a test?
Do you?
So how you do your driving test, you have to do a drone test. Well, there you go. So she's got a drone license. Do you see her out and about with the drone a lot now, or no? She just uses it for work, apparently. Well, there we go.
What does she do for work, Liam?
She's learning technology
Wow.
for university, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. There you go. Never knew that.
No.
Let's have some more random facts
Let's
that we
do
didn't
that,
know
yeah.
about you, please.
Your mother-in-law, father-in-laws. What is it they do? Mothers or fathers? Aunties, uncles? What's the most... When I say random, I say that respectfully, Liam.
Yeah.
You know, it's not something that... I've known Lena a couple of years now, and certainly wouldn't have
never
thought
heard
that.
you say that, no.
Wouldn't have thought that.
Liam has now just said, your brother-in-law's godmother is Jet from Gladiators.
And I'm only finding this out, like my idol, my icon is Jet from Gladiators, and I'm only finding this out now.
Can you get
I get an
a signed
autograph?
picture or something? You know that I'm friends with Trojan
Yes,
from
I know.
Gladiators.
I
Would you like
know.
a signed picture of him?
How many times have I said to you to get them in, or I want a phone call, or I'd like something, but you never do it? Remember, I'm the one that gave you a MIDI and never got it back. But, don't you worry about that, Yeah. But yes, I would love, because we were talking about this just last week, funny enough, on one of the shows, Gladiators, back in the 90s. That was my...
Gladiators.
No, we briefly mentioned it yesterday. No, last week on one of the shows, Nicola, we had a full in-depth conversation about, I did, Gladiators. I just went on a
Such
tangent.
Good show.
Loved it. Should I tell you what I've just done here?
Oh, yeah, go on.
Instead of talking about Gladiators, I better tell you about what I've just done here. So I've cut into that black card, and as you can see, that's why I've done it smaller, because I don't really want to see it. But you know me and my drop shadows. I've gone in and I've done a drop shadow with the swans.
Yeah.
So we've got them. And then what I'm going to do here is let's go in. We're going to lift this up on foam pads. So let's go in with our foam pads. I think these squares are one of the squares that are in that bundle that you were showing.
Yeah,
Ben.
you're right.
So we're just going to go in. Now, of course, even with these ones, you can chop them down if you wanted to, or you can use those strips or your foam on a roll. It's entirely up to yourself. But if we take these ones off, and now with this one, I'm not going to add the embellishments like I've done on my finished example, because I'll show you that, because we can show you more things within Wake Up Call as to what to do. But then if we bring in our layers, so that's the one that I've done. So let's add my black matte layer to the back there. So this is just my double-sided tape, which incidentally is also still in an adhesive bundle on the website.
Yeah.
That's left over actually from our SmackDown cartload deal.
Still from the SmackDown? That was a month
Yeah,
ago.
yeah. So you've got
still
your
there.
2 packs of foam pads, your
Wow.
large pack and your small pack. Small one has the foam dots and the strips, but then you've also got your 4 rolls of your double-sided adhesive sheets, that tape, not sheets. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with this one here, and then let's press that. And now I've purposely left my card blank at a DL length there, so we've got a thicker edge there. It just pulls into the eye when we come in, and we pop our swans over the top there.
Plaid swans.
And then all that you need to then do, Ben, is come along. I've used my Gemini mini dies, and I've just done Love. They were
yes.
also within that MIDI deal.
What are the
yesterday.
little, those?
So those are dew, these are
those.
dewdrops Or you can use your glossy highlights, yeah. Either or. Your glossy highlights will do the exact same job as well. So let's go in with a big one there. Let's go in with a big one just here. And then what they will do is they will dry completely clear.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go in with a smaller one here. And then within Launch Party, once it's completely dried, they'll be completely dry. They will be glass-like that my other one's done. But the other ones that I've done are the ones that come on your actual adhesive sheets. They were already sticky. But then there we go. So if I go that way to show you that one.
Fantastic.
And then there we go. So that's another way in which you can use them to cut in, but also use the plaid paper pads as a background.
Swantastic, that. Absolutely brilliant. And do you know what's nice, actually? There's so many people just saying how much they love that technique using the cut strips. Love the black strip between the between the patterns. They make the patterns pop, says Janine. Lynn says, this is great. Jane says, OMG, that looks fabulous. Great idea, Craig, says Brenda Blacklight. I've never seen that before. And I have a giant box of offcuts. Betty says, when I was making my 150 cards from one paper pad for charity, Betty, I still don't think I've seen that picture. Can you please resend it in so I can see it? I used this method for many of them. It really extended the pad, I think, and was very unique. Sean Peacock loves that idea. Julie Barlow says, I'm a bit late this morning. Morning all. Placed my order late last night because I didn't want to miss out. Love the technique, Craig. Seen it before, but never tried it myself. I'll have to try it, says Tracy Lewis. So effective. Aloha from Maui, says Corinne. Aloha. And a good morning to all of you. Craig, a beauty. The black makes it pop, says Lynn. Adriana loves it. Lois, beautiful card. Thank you, Craig. And loving this card, Craig, says Corinne. B. Mumby says, good morning, everyone. I've just been naughty, and bought another set of the plaid pads and also the cut-in and cut-out dies. And Terry Anderson. Plaid pads are pretty plaid pads. We love the plaid pads that Craig requested. Plaid pads are so versatile. I do love the plaid pads. Ben, do you like the plaid pads?
That could have gone one of two ways.
Could have gone plaid bad, that could
That could have.
Thank you, Terry, for your lovely message. If you do want to go for these dies, oh, by the way, should we just have a look at some of these little, I mean, we can just have a quick look at these little concepts that you can do with these. Love that idea of making a box with these. So again, using that cut-in, cut-out feature to create maybe a nice little light box. Talking of boxes, again, you know, using that cut-in, cut-out feature to apply a beautiful butterfly onto the top of your box. A little bit of vellum in there. Look, absolutely looks beautiful. Then using the sunflower here for things like your dome-fronted cards. Once again, how perfect does that look? I mean, that one has just been backed. I mean, it hasn't. I thought there's some vellum behind it. It hasn't. But, you know, you could pop a little bit of vellum behind some of your glitter cardstock, paper piece these if you so wish. This one I think is really cute. Again, to kind of frame your photos.
Isn't it?
Yeah, or like a scrapbook page you could use it for. But I think that looks really gorgeous, having that as like your sort of mounting for a photo.
Exactly.
And then popping the extras on there.
Imagine these if you got your craft club from HSN or QVC UK.
Yeah, yeah.
And then start to use these and feature them within your techniques.
And also, just to show you again, I mean, there's like a slimline card there with butterflies on. This one here, once again, just with the cut-in feature, but creating like, oh, that's really cute. Look at that, creating the cut-out there, but then you've got the cut-out and in feature with that sort of topper. It is upside down, isn't it? There we go. I couldn't work it out. Is that right now?
No, that's upside down.
That's upside down. That's upside down, isn't it?
Should it not be folded the other way? Should it not be folded the other way?
That's it. That's it.
Is it?
Isn't it? Or that. You can
See,
go,
I would
wrong.
change the mountain and valley folds.
Yeah.
So I would do it the other. So
yeah. So
fold,
that was out the front.
No, actually, so that one there, bend it the other way.
That one. And that one like that.
And then that way, and then
Yeah.
you've got the rows at the top.
So you like that now, aren't you?
That's not actually any different, is it?
I don't know. I don't know. I'll show you. I'll show you one more.
No, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Look, it's upside down. It's back to front. Yeah, I agree with you, but not how it was before. You happy with that?
Not really, no.
Anyway, you get the idea of the kind of things that you could create. We'll just pop that back there. If you want to go for the Showstopper collection, details on your screen, where you get all 7 of the die sets, 14 dies in total, and you get included in there your paper pad or your card pad, and you get those aqua markers in there as well in the bright. The idea of going for the Showstopper, basically you're getting loads of goodies in there that you can use along with your dies, those pens particularly, but you're only paying an extra £20 or $30 for the pad and the pens, where you should be paying an extra £40 or $53. So it depends where you want to go really with your budget on this, but if you look at it like that and go, okay, well £40 or $53 for the pens and the pad, look at the kind of saving that you're making when you buy all of this together. If you do just want to go for the cut-in, cut-out dies on their own, there you go. £28 or $36 will get you all 7 of those dies, including that UK TV exclusive. Linda says, hi everyone, I hope everyone has a great day. Jane saying those dies are going to look absolutely great with the glitter paste. Absolutely. Carol McDaniel says, how many presenters does it take to fold a card? And Curran Heaton says, Ben, I'm hoping you're going to be hosting the craft along on the 20th. If so, be sure and wear your Aloha shirt. You're in for that one, Curran, aren't you? Because I've seen your name. 20th is a Thursday. I'm here on the 20th. I'm here. I maybe, am I not? Oh, I'm not here on the 20th. Oh, that's a shame. Craig's in with Michelle. Oh, Corinne. We'll have to do another one together soon. I don't say sorry. No, don't say sorry. That's a bit awkward, isn't it? Hashtag awks. We'll make sure you wear your flowery shirt.
My flowery shirt?
Yeah, because Corinne's from Maui.
Okay.
So something Hawaiian-y.
Hawaiian.
You've got one, remember? Because we're in that video. Everybody's gone surfing.
Surfing USA.
Wear that shirt
That
for
one.
the craft along, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you doing the craft along? Or are you presenting?
No, I'll be presenting.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
That's Michelle.
Yeah.
Corinne says, yay, it's with Michelle. Karen says, I could happily watch you two all day. You make me cheery. Well, thank you. It's a good job, actually, because we're on all day.
Exactly.
What are we doing next? Oh, so it's sentiment dies. Quirky sentiments. These we launched last week, I want to say. I think we did. In fact, Craig is ready to go, so I'll quickly show you these. If you haven't yet picked these up, your Quirky Sentiment stamp collection. £31.92, £47.60, less 10%, less another 20 if you're platinum, £22.34 or $33.32. These are really beautiful, and actually, I think there are sort of 2 kind of very cute and positive sentiments and 6 quirkies in here, because that one, smile, life is beautiful, very uplifting, very positive sentiment. So that's the first that you're going to be getting. Then you get this one here, which is life is better with a cat. Agree? Agree?
Oh. I like cats, don't get me wrong, but I'm more of a dog person.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want a cat, no? You'd have a dog. Dog before a cat.
I would definitely have a dog.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say no to having a cat.
No.
I wouldn't choose a cat. I would go for a dog.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyway, whether you are a cat or dog lover, there is good news, because not only is there one for a cat, but also, where's the dog one? I'm making this look really easy, aren't I? Ready? Yes, that one there. All guests must be approved by the dog. Woof indeed,
yeah.
Nicola. Woof indeed. Here's the other cutesy one, rather than quirky. That is super cute. I love you to the moon and back. If you love that story that you have potentially read to your kids and the grandkids over the years, which I think is called How Much Do I Love You? We chatted about this the other day. Anyway, it's featured in that book, so you'll love that one. You're then going to get this one. Sorry, did I just roll my eyes out loud? We all know somebody who that would work for.
We do it in here every day.
We do. Lord, give me coffee to change the things that I can, and wine to accept the things that I can't. True dat. Families are like fudge, mostly sweet with a few nuts.
That's definitely my family.
Definitely
Although
mine.
nuts isn't what I would use to describe them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nicola has just said, if you're thinking to yourself, there's no nuts in my family, that makes you the nut.
It's funny, I seen a post the other day on Facebook. I don't tend to reply to just random posts, but it was a funny one. It said, you know, if you were offered 875 million to sell a family member, would you do it? And I actually replied to it saying, I wouldn't even need to be offered that amount to sell one of my family members. You know, a couple of quid and I would sell them.
Whoa! Do not name any names at that point. And the last stamp you're going to get in this set is Somebody Loves You. So all 8 of those you're going to get for £22.34 platinum, $33.32 if you're shopping in the US and you're a platinum member. Corinne says, yes, Craig can wear his Aloha shirt. So that's a week on Thursday for the craft along. 20th, Craig, put it in your diary. Hawaiian shirt in your notes. And Kathy Green says, Ben, you're not in for my birthday on April the 20th. I'm not, sorry. I forgot when in April your birthday is. Mine is the 30th of April. If you want to send any cards, presents, chocolate. I am doing something on the 30th. I am thanking him. I am running the Gateshead Half Marathon on the 30th, raising money for the Alzheimer's UK charity because my mother-in-law suffers with Alzheimer's. If you want to find out how you can sponsor me, check out my Facebook page. Sorry, I'm getting a bit of grief in my ear because I'm doing a half marathon on that Sunday. 8 days previous, Liam is running the London Marathon. So he's like, I'm doing a half marathon. Well, I ran the London Marathon 8 years before you anyway, so I've already done it. Hashtag been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Hashtag already done it. Hashtag was a great experience. Hashtag have fun. Hashtag moving on. Ben, you're not in for my birthday, says Kathy. Jennifer says good morning. Beth says good morning, crafty friends. And we are going to go back to another little demo right now with the cut-out dies.
We are indeed.
What are you going to use?
So we're going to go for the toadstool. So we're going to go in with that one there. So the Mystical Meadow.
Mystical Meadow. UK TV exclusive.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It really is. In actual fact, just before we do it as well, can I quickly touch upon, remember that question we were asked earlier on about the lemon tonic?
Oh, yes, from Terry.
Incidentally, the closest one would be yellow. So that is the closest one to lemon tonic. There is also sunflower, but it's just a little, just ever so, it looks the same on screen. It is actually just a shade or two darker.
Yeah.
So the closest one to lemon tonic would be lemon. No, it won't. Yellow.
Yellow.
That's the one that you're going to be using. It's the closest one to. So there we go. And as Liam just said, which is absolutely spot on, and that's the joyous thing with having our live shows here, that you can ask a question, get social, anything you want to check, you're unsure, you know, fire them across to Ben, and then between us, whoever's on, we'll be able to answer them. And if we can't, usually we can, but if we can't, we can always dot back to one of the other team members, find out, and then come back to you. But yeah, let's go in with our Mystic Meadow. Now with this one, what I'm going to do is I've taken some of our Nina cardstock, and we're going to use both dies for this one. We are going to be cutting in to our cardstock too, but for this one, what we're going to do is we're going to die cut it out. So let's use both dies together, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to secure them with my tape. So let's pop them ones in, and then let's go in with our junior plates. So same plate configuration that you would usually do. This one, what we're going to do is we're going to create a box, and you can, of course, cut into your actual box lid or the layers. But what we're going to do is in a moment we'll cut into a piece of cardstock, but we'll layer it up on top of the box. So what we can then do is we can then take this one out. So let's take that. I'm going to go through yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, last week, one day last week, and then yesterday.
Yeah.
We're having issues with our junior, and I've got a funny feel.
What's the matter?
Nicola, what did I do yesterday?
What's
I put a black mark on the one to remind the team not to put out because we're having issues, and it's gone out again.
Have you? It's got another one over there.
All that I'm going to do, sorry?
Have you got another one over
Yeah,
there?
we've got another one over there.
Is it just? What type?
Yeah, we see, well, I think because it's constantly used in here, it's just to do with the pressure. We'll need to send it back to Gemini John to have a look at. Can I just say, for that cheek that I am getting in my ear, I actually removed it from the studio, Nicola.
Would you like me to swap your machines round?
So, yeah, if you don't mind. So, yes, we'll need to see about it getting a little fix. So let's go for, let's take, we're testing Liam's patience today.
Is this one all right?
I hope so. Has it got a black mark on it?
No.
No, so yeah, that one should be fine now. Yeah. So I think, yeah, we're going to have to...
Oh, do you know what I think it might be?
What?
The lead feels really loose in that one.
The lead feels loose.
The lead felt loose.
The lead feels
in that
loose,
one.
man.
So
There's a lead loose about the hoose.
Man, there's a lead
loose about the hoose. So, just popping these little bits out here. Then we can take all them ones out. Hopefully that will then be...
That feels... Can I just... Look there. Let me just... I'm just going to try that again.
Okie doke.
Yeah.
Is it a bit loose?
It feels a bit loose. It's the... Sorry, my diagnosis would be you got a loose lead there, mate. You got a little bit of a loose lead. I'll tell you, I will get it fixed for you, mate. All right.
Thank you very much.
No worries, mate.
Thank you very
No
much.
worries. You're welcome, mate. You're welcome.
Job's a dinner. Right, let's go in now, and did I cut that one out? So let's take a piece of cardstock. So we're going to do a little bit of colour in here. So tri-blends, what I'm going to do is let's go in with the coral shades. And of course, with it being an actual die-cut image, and I tell you what, let's do it on a bit of black instead, so at least you can see it a bit better. There we go.
Oh, yes.
Let's go in with the coral shades. And although that you've got no actual visual outline to follow, all that you're going to do is you're just going to go along and then follow the outer edge. So I'm just working my way around, and then we're just following the actual edge of that die cut for the mushroom toadstool. So let's call
The mushroom toadstool?
The mushroom toadstool.
Yep.
What is it? Mushroom? Toadstool?
When is a mushroom a toadstool, and when is a toadstool a mushroom?
Well, that's it.
Toadstools are... Oh, sorry, we're getting it Google now, so it's fine.
It's mushroom.
Toadstools are bigger than mushrooms, aren't they? And normally have a toad underneath them.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh no, if it's a stool, you're right, the toad should be on top.
Is there a mushroom for a
Hey!
toad though?
Any information on that at all, Nicola? Oh, she's messaging at me. Well, that is incredible. Let's have a look here.
So I'm just blending that out with the coral shades.
Yep.
Like that one. Let's go in with our brown grey blend. And what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to go in with the lightest tone.
Yeah.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow that outer edge of the inner toadstool. Let's work our way down. So I'm keeping the centre of it kind of white, but then we're just creating that highlight all the way around the edge.
And Craig, I know you will come back to this later on, so don't interrupt the demo now, but Lynn is just, I think, a little bit confused. She says, what is the difference between cutting in and cutting out? So you can show that again with the dies later, can't
Yeah,
you?
of course I can.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
We'll show that for you, Lynn, in a bit.
No problem whatsoever. We can do that.
Elizabeth's saying, you pair crease me up. You two are so much fun. And love the rendition, says Lindsay, Craig and Ben, and the dodgy dad dancing.
Yeah.
And for those of you that are wanting to know, here is your mushroom news. Breaking news in the world of mushrooms. The term toadstool is often used to refer to fungi with a stem and a cap, or to fungi that are poisonous, while mushroom is more often used to define fungi that are edible. That was your mushroom news. Was a bit Pearl and Dini, that, wasn't it? Do you remember that when you used to go to the movies?
That's Buck, yeah. Yeah. But then it's usually hit with, we love to enjoy our films in peace. Please switch off all your mobile phones and devices.
We went to see on Friday the Super Mario movie.
Did you?
Yes. It's brilliant.
Is it?
Yeah, it's really good. If you remember the Bob Hoskins movie from the 90s and you didn't enjoy that and you think, I'm not going to the Super, it's nothing like it. And do you know what really I enjoyed most about that movie is that I kind of wanted to go. George and Daisy both really wanted to go. And my wife Laura, she was not interested in going. But she came along and she came out and she said she'd had the best time.
Really?
She says, I wasn't expecting to enjoy it, but I really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun.
Okay,
so
yeah,
because highly recommend that, especially if you've got kiddies and grandkiddies.
Yeah, it's not one for me that I thought would actually enjoy it, but maybe I would.
I think obviously if you are someone who plays the game and has enjoyed playing the Mario games over the years, you're going to get a lot more of the references than someone who didn't. But you don't need to have. You don't need to have played the games.
Yeah.
Or know much about it. It's fun. And I think it's fun as well because you recognise a lot of Jack Black is the bad guy in it. He's Bowser. I find him quite funny.
Do you?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Do you not like Jack Black?
Nope.
Why do you not like Jack Black? You don't find him funny?
It's all those stupid facial... This is just the opinion of Craig Laird, by the way. Oh. Not of Crafter's Companion. No. Yeah, it's just those like facial expressions and verbal and visual facial, like goo 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 goo, that sort of stuff.
No. You can't see his face in it though. You
no,
can
but
only
I
hear
can
his
still
voice.
envision his face as he's doing all of that. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that about you. Did you?
Yeah.
Like Jack Black.
Yeah.
He's someone who's like grown on me over time. I think.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't know a lot about him, and then I've seen him in a lot more movies. And I was very late to the party on School of Rock. And then watched that and really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I understand where you're coming from because I used to be like that with Julia Roberts.
Oh, really?
Did not appreciate her talent, her films or that, but as I've matured as an adult and, noticed, how incredible her acting is, her films is, really, really have changed my tune on her on recent years. But yeah, Jack Black's just never one that I could draw to. Maybe in a couple of years as my taste starts to improve once again.
Once you turn 40.
When I start, yeah. I don't think I'll ever start to like olives, Nicola.
Olives! I used to hate olives.
Oh, I still do.
But when I turned, well, it's when I met Laura. True story. One of the first times we went out together, and she did like a little picnicky thing.
Oh.
And she brought olives, and I didn't want to be rude and be like, oh, olives. And so not that I would have done that, obviously, but I wanted to sort of eat everything just to sort of, lovely picnic. And she brought these like olives that were stuffed with garlic. I thought, I'll just sort of, swallow one down. Tried it, taste, sensation. I can eat olives by the bucket load now.
Really?
I absolutely love them. I like the black olives as well. I think those are really, really tasty.
Yeah, yeah.
But olives stuffed with garlic or like, what do they call it? Little pimientos. Oh, come on, give them to me. So maybe when you're a little bit older.
Bit older. Yeah, a wee bit older, I'll start to appreciate them.
Yeah.
But there we go. So what I've done is I've coloured in my little scene. Now I did use the yellow-green blend for the outline. You can do a bit of shading that if you want to. I'm just going to leave that with a light tone. And then what I've done here is I've gone in with a piece of multi-purpose 3 3/4 and 4 1/4. Now I'm using this. Now this is actually a prime example where I can explain the cut in and cut out.
Yeah.
So if
here we go, Lynn.
Sorry?
This is for Lynn.
Yeah, for Lynn. So Lynn, what I've done here is for that die cut, I've used both these dies together. So therefore, it gives me a separate topper that I can do whatever I want with. I can stick it onto things, I can make a feature with it, but I can physically do something with the shape of that topper. Now, if I use just the die on its own, not the outside edge, for this die, there's no outer cutting edge. So that means that this is then going to, the image, that image is then going to be cut into this square / rectangle, and it's going to stay in there. So essentially it's cutting into this layer of cardstock. So our scene will be in this layer. And then I can then bring this one out, and then I can do them side by side. So without that outer edge, it cuts into the card. By adding that outer edge, you've then got a separate shape of that topper. So if I remove this one here, and then take that one out, now I just need to pop all these little bits out. I think that must have been what it was, Ben, the lead.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I diagnosed it, mate. You had a wonky lead, mate. Loose lead, that's what it was, mate.
You could add that to your actual repertoire of your CV. An
I'm gonna add that to
electrician.
mine. I mean, I haven't fixed it, but I've diagnosed it.
Well, you fixed it. Whatever you've done, you fixed it. So then there we go, Lynn. If I take that one out the way, what we've now got is we've got cut in, because it's cut into my card, and then we've got cut out. So irrelevant of what size that cardstock is. For instance, Lynn, if you happen to have the Pro, which takes up to 12 by 12, you could cut that right in the middle of your 12 by 12 cardstock without that outer edge. So the main feature and focus of this die collection is that it cuts in, but as always, we do like to give you that outside edge as well.
And just to ask the question for her as well, so you've obviously covered if you use both together, if you just use the inner die, what would happen if you just use the outer die on its own?
This one.
What would happen if you just cut with that?
So what we can then do with that one,
Then we covered all bases then.
Yeah. And this is a good one if you love to do shakers.
Yep.
And you just want the aperture shape, then this is a good die. But then what this also does is then this will give you a matting layer for that separate one. So if I run that one through, like so, pop this through. What you can then also do with things like this one, if you're fortunate enough to have the foil press, it's not in our range anymore, but so many, thousands and thousands and thousands of you have the foil press. What you could do is the actual image, you could foil that and then use this outer die to cut it out. So there is the shape on its own.
Yep.
Then what you can do is you can come along and mat and layer that onto the background.
Yeah.
So, okay, I've done it in black, but if you do your white cardstocks, you could go in with maybe your blues and your greys and make that, nighttime sort of feel with the stars in the sky, and then layer that one over the top, and then that's what's going to be into the background, which of course you can do with that showstopper. So that's it cut out of your cardstock.
Yeah.
That's it cut into your cardstock.
Yeah.
The outer die will create a separate silhouette outline die, which you can then come along, either mat that onto the back, or of course, then there's your aperture. You might want to come along and then frame that afterwards.
Perfect.
So there it is, just 4 different ways straight away, and you can do that with each of them.
There we go. And Lynn, that I think explains it all, and that is why I think you guys love us, because we are totally interactive. You ask the question, we answer it. Boom, shakala, as Sarah would say.
Definitely. So this is the one that I've already done, Ben. The only difference is I've gone around with water reactive pine tree. That bit I'm not going to do. We do it quite a lot. We'll do it later on in launch day. So I'm going to use this one. So what we can then do is I'm going to come along now. That's then just going to sit over the top of that one just here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it's going with my tacky glue in a moment. I'm going to bring these layers in to create a box lid. I've already done the base. And what I've done is I've used elements, Ben, from the Wildflower collection that will have a look in launch party. And my actual layer, so my red layer is 5.5 by 6, and then my pattern paper is 4 3/4 by 5 3/4. My box itself, so my box lid, and the base will be the same, it is 8 1/4 by 8 3/4, and I've scored at 1 1/4 all the way round on the box lid for this one, and I've done the same for the base. And then I've gone in with another layer here. So the red is 4 by 4.5, and the pattern is 3 3/4 by 4. And the reason I've done it that size is because I want the pattern to shine through, a bit like my first demonstration earlier on. I want the pattern to shine through the actual image aperture, but I don't want it to be seen once I put the frame. So we only see the red matten layer, not the actual pattern that you can see here. So then this one here, what we're going to do is then we're going to come along, and then I'm just going to add that to the top. Let's use my dots for this one. So where's my image? There we go. Add the dots, use your double-sided adhesive sheets or your sprays or your tacky glue. Let's bring that one in. And then I'm not doing a drop shadow or anything like that. I'm just going to go straight in. Now you could, if you wanted to, you could have coloured direct straight into your multi-purpose. You know, if you're not overly concerned about doing blending and shading, you could do it onto that multi-purpose. But I like that kind of extra thickness it gives you that image thickness. Then, of course, let's go in with our foam pads to add some height. And then we're actually creating the top of the box before we assemble it. But let's go add that one top and bottom. Then we can then set that to the side. So if I then just pop these ones off, you might want to use your glue gel, you might want to keep it flat, but I always find if you're going to be making a box, it's quite dimensional anyway, so adding height with your foam pads or glue gel is quite a good thing to do. That can sit over the top, like that one just here. And then all that I've done from the same stamp set from Wildflower is Let Love Grow. And then I've gone in with some Pine Tree Quick Dry.
It works so well with that paper from Wildflower.
Doesn't it?
Really stunning.
Absolute dream. Absolute dream.
Zoe, we can't help you with the dotty tape pen, sadly. Still lost somewhere in the Bermuda Triangle, the ship. But however, if you do want to go for the original tape pens, we do have the big box available on launch party on a pretty good deal. You know, where you can get 12. The little wholesale, the big wholesale box. Check out the show page for launch party.
That's the other thing that I need to get my hands on is more tape runners. That good deal. I'm going to do that.
Make sure you join me and Craig tonight, Craig.
Oh no,
for your chance.
Not if that plonker's on. I'm not watching.
I hope you're talking about yourself.
Of course I am. Of course.
Tracy says, Ben, we went to see Super Mario on Saturday. I'm a big Mario fan and I loved every minute of it. Lynn Morton says, I've not been to the pictures in over 30 years.
No.
What was the last movie you saw, Lynn? 30 years ago. What was that, 1993?
I was saying yesterday how, funny enough, how I'd gone to the cinema a couple of weeks ago, and I was saying here, my ticket was 18 quid. And
18 quid?
Yeah. And Boss Jenny was in the gallery yesterday. She nearly fell off her seat when I said it was that much.
I can't even speak. But I only paid £2 more than that to take the whole family to see Super Mario.
Okay, mine's were like the recliner seats and all that.
You must have been sat in the recliner seat / personal waiter / as many drinks as you want, popcorn feeder.
Yeah, no, not quite, not quite. Wasn't that extent. In saying that, what it has done is it made me realise, not that I'm, purposely advertising it, but the benefit, of their unlimited card.
Oh, yeah.
So I went and got that instead, afterwards.
What does that allow you to do?
So it's $14.99 a month, and it's unlimited films whenever you want, as many times as you want. So essentially, you only need to go and see one film. No, Liam, it's included your recliner and all that's included. Some cinemas like Broadway and that, the Odeon near Broadway and that, they charge £1 or £2 extra, but not in Durham. No, the Durham Odeon Lux, that's all included. I know, I thought that as well. I thought, yeah, nah. You do get The View, you do get Cineworld as well, there's Showcase, there is other cinemas.
Oh, yeah.
Just to clarify as well. While we are just talking about films, as I'm just assembling this box lid, and I was going to ask this before Nicola said something similar, so I'm not just saying this because she mentioned it in my ear, but what's everyone's take on this new Barbie film?
What?
The new Barbie film. What's everyone's take on it?
I didn't even know there was a new film.
Did you not? With Margot Robbie. There's so many celebrities in it.
What, a live-action Barbie?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know about it.
Have you not seen the clips, the trailers for it?
I've seen nothing about that at all.
No?
No. I like to think, you know, I normally have my finger on the pulse when it comes to things like this. What's your take on it, Craig Laird?
Well, it's Margot Robbie, so, you know.
Was in...
Neighbours.
Was she in Suicide Squad?
Yes.
As Harlequin?
Yeah.
Ah, right.
Yeah, she started off in Neighbours.
Yeah. So you're a fan just because she's in it?
Yeah.
As Barbie?
Yeah, she's Barbie.
Ah.
It's probably one of those that what I would do is I'd wait until it comes out on, you know, Apple or Netflix or something like that. I just don't know. Although in saying that now, as Nicola's just pointed out, because I've got the unlimited card, it's one of those that if it is a dud film, then it doesn't really matter. I'm not lost out on anything.
No.
It's a nice way to break up a couple of hours.
Anyway.
On that note.
Gorgeous box.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. I love it, says Hayley Ralph. It's very pretty. And Denise says, love how that box has come together. Great colour choice, Craig. Good morning, gentlemen, says Denise. I went to see Mario Brothers this weekend with my daughter and granddaughter. We all had a great time. It was lots of fun. Lois says, what a beautiful box. Thank you, Craig. We are going to take a short break in just a second, but if you want to be able to recreate that card box, whatever you've seen on the show today, you will need to get these dies. If you go for, whether you go for the showstopper or indeed just the dies on their own, I'll explain the difference. You will get all of the 7 die sets, 14 dies in total. Great explanation as well that you've just seen with Craig as to how you can create a look like this, or indeed create a look like this, and then what you can do with the kind of like waste effects, if you like. We showed you all the different ways to use them. So you're now fully clued up. What are you going for? If you go for the full set, you've got the bold butterfly, you've got that cute little birdie. I love that. I think that's my favourite in the collection, that splendid sunflower. Huh?
That with the sunflower collection.
Would it not? It would work beautifully. Then you've got your Regal Rose in there. You've got that beautiful butterfly, which is called the Butterfly Meadow. And then, what about those swans? I can't think, really. I know, I suppose you've got in Swan Lake, haven't you? But you don't see swans that often when it comes to craft. And I think that is a really super beautiful die. And then lastly, the UK TV exclusive that you've just seen being used on the box, the not called the mushrooms, the mystical meadow with the
There's
mystical
not mushroom on that board, is there?
There isn't room on that board. The Showstopper collection brings you all of those 7 die sets, and you get your aqua markers in the primaries, and you get that gorgeous pastel cardstock in there as well. That should be another £40 or $53. It's not. It's another £20 or $30, bringing your showstopper price to £44 or $60 if you're platinum. If you do just want to go for the dies on their own, boom, Liam is on, quick on the draw. £28, $36. And of course, again, if you want to go for any of the dies individually, you can do that too. Right, we're going to take a short break. We are bizaroo. So let's give you opportunities to check out your baskets. If you've got the plaid pads, if you've got the dies, whatever's in there right now, get checking out. Also, don't forget to check out the April Showers deal on the website right now, which is all about up to 50% off stamps and dies today. 24-hour flash sales over the course of the next few days. So get to the checkouts and we'll come back. Well, it will be a bit of a wrap up for you, won't it? Final sort of 15 minutes or so. We'll see you in a moment.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. So, join our family of craft experts with live tutorials and demonstrations every day. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products here on Crafters TV. Get creative and craft along with our amazing deals. Your next craft project is only a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week or watch on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can chat to us, craft along and meet new friends in our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
You all had time with each other! You're not through to boot camp. Get off!
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. So, stop what you're doing and enjoy the fun here on Crafters TV.
Welcome back, everybody. Loads of love for that last box. Love the box. Very pretty, beautiful, Craig, says Lynn. Betty, beautiful, pretty box, says Adriana. What a fabulous box, says Tracy Lewis. The sunflower is my favourite die, says Tracy Lewis, because I collect sunflowers. What a lovely thing to collect. I love sunflowers. I get some. We need to sort our garden out, because as you probably know, we have big problems with our lawn, and I've been waiting for the lawn to get sorted before we do something this summer. But I might buy some sunflowers for my garden this year. They're very happy flowers, aren't they? Very happy. Anyway, the pad plat.
He's a scat man. He's the pad man.
I'm a plaid man. The plaid pads, plaid pads are proving very, very popular indeed. If you want to grab these, you can go individually. I know some people have previously bought these over on HSN, coming back and booking more today to stock up. And listen, 100 bonus points on these today as well. So just to quickly show you, because I know we are rapidly running out of time, you've got the beautiful sort of plaid tartan designs, if you like, but perhaps in ranges of colours that you might not expect. Really love the blue. Lots and lots of colours in here. You've got 12 different colours, 3 sheets of each. And actually, if you're looking for sort of designs and colours which might match and work beautifully for more masculine designs, then you can certainly pick something out of these 2 pads. And whilst this one is called your blush, there are again some colours in here which I think would work really, really nicely. Here, for example, on your male cards as well, because you look through here, you're going right throughout the seasons, whether you're going for sort of summertime, more autumnal makes. Well, that was a quick flick. Even some sort of autumnal designs in here as well. I think it's a really, really lovely set of colours across the 2, and that's why I do encourage you to go for the 2-pack bundle today, where you will get more encouragement for the fact that you get 100 bonus points on top of that as well. There you go. Those are the 2 pads that you're going to get. Stock up on those. We're going to have a quick demo with these with Craig, just to note to you as well, on a very busy show this morning. We are already over 20% of the stock of the Showstopper gone for the brand new die, so worth just bearing that in mind if you want to go for the Showstopper. Right, I do believe for your final swift demonstration, are you going to make us a little bag out of some of the papers?
I am, yeah, I am. We'll have a look at it in a lot more detail later on in launch party. But what we're going to do is we're going to take one of the 12 by 12 paper pads. This is going to create a really lovely, cute little treat box or gift box if you want to pop something in, maybe smellies, bath bombs, wax melt, something like that. But what I've done is I've kept it at the 12 by 12 forum, and I've gone in here with the blue pastel plaid. Now what I'm going to do in one direction, up on the box lid side, because that's always the true measurement, I'm going to go along and I'm going to score at 3 inches. So I'm going to go in, and as I always do and always like to say, is to score lightly in a few times. So that's 3, and then we're going to jump all the way up to 9 inches. Now, if you don't have your large scoreboard like I've got here, what you could just do is score at 3 inches, flip it around on itself and score at 3 again. So there is other ways if you've got your Scoremaster or Ultimate Pro. But as I say, that was 3 inches and then 9 inches. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn it on itself, and then we're now going into the opposite side, and we're going to score at 4.5 inches and down. So 4.5 and down, doing that lightly and a few times. And then we're going to come to 6.5. So up to 6.5 here, score lightly all the way down. Do it once more. So really, really simple measurements that you've got. You have got nothing to worry about. You've got no complicated measurements that come along when it comes to making a card or a project whatsoever.
I don't get that reference.
So simple. They'll tell you later on. I was having a laugh yesterday. So that was 3 inches and then 9 inches. I know you can't see it on the pad. Turn it on its side, 4.5 inches by 6.5 inches. And then all that we're going to do here is we're going to start again because I've done...
What?
Done them wrong.
Oh, you what?
What have I done here?
What have you done there, like? Wasting the paper pad.
Total wall... No, I won't waste this. Definitely won't waste this because I can chop this one up. So let's come into this one here. Actually, Ben, can we go back to you a second? Because
yeah,
I
we
can't
can
work
do.
out
I'll
what
read
I've
out a
done
lovely
wrong.
message because I'm really, really enjoying all of the messages that you guys are sending through today using the 2 words together, plaid pad. So thank you, Carol Taylor. Ben, the beautiful blue plaid... Oh, no. Ben, the beautiful blue plaid paper pad and the pretty pink plaid paper pad are simply gorgeous, and I purchased the plaid paper pad and I can't wait to use them. Well, thank you, Carol, for that lovely message. And Lenji says, I love the tartan paper. I bought the blue packet. I can read that one, see? I can read that one. Thank you.
I've remembered what I've done wrong.
What have you done wrong?
So I just... well, let's just start that one again, Nicola. Yeah.
Should we just pretend that bit never happened? We can edit that bit out.
We can edit it.
Hang on.
Yeah.
If you come back to me, we'll start from that again. All right. So we've got about 15 minutes left to go on the show, and I know Craig has got one final demo to do. What are you going to be showing us, Craig?
Right, here's what we're going to do. Take the 12 by 12 in form. So not cutting it, not chopping it whatsoever. So what we're going to do is we're going to score at 3 inches. So we're going to do that lightly and a few times at 3 inches. Then we're going to come all the way up to 9 inches. So scoring lightly and then a few times.
Yeah.
So that is 3 inches and then 9 inches. We're going to turn it on itself, and then at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to score at 5 inches, Ben.
5.
That's 5 inches, Ben.
5.
5.
5.
Then we're going to score at 7 inches, Ben.
7.
That's 7 inches,
7.
Ben. 7.
5, then 7.
Exactly.
5, then 7.
Then what you've then got is you've then got your perfect central channel. I know it's hard for you to see here. So what we can then do is we can then fold all of these score lines just here. So let's go into these channels of our score line and then fold. So we're just going to then start to marry that one up, fold that one over, and then we're going to burnish each of these. Then we're going to go into that central one, and then we're going to fold over, and then give it a burnish. We're going to fold over, and then we're going to give that a burnish. So I don't think that first one I'd done a burnish, did I? So then what we've then got is we've then got this little look here. Now, what we're then going to do is if we look at this rectangle here, so we're going to come down this little channel, and then we're going to bend that on itself, and we're going to let that meet up to the corner. And then I'm just going to pinch that one, and then in here, what I'm going to do, just with my fingers, Ben, I'm just going to then give that a fold and a press down. So we're going to do that on all of these sides here. So once again, what we're going to do is, you see in that central panel, you've got this little rectangle just here. So what you're going to do, once again, on that side, we're just going to then pinch that, and then we're going to bend that up to our score line.
It's like a little squidge, isn't it?
So, yeah, it is, yeah.
Little squidge.
Yep. And then what we can do is I'm just pinching that, holding that in, and then I'm just going to then squidge that down. So what we can then do is then lean that on itself, and then if you want to come in with your burnishing tool, you can absolutely do that. And then we're going to repeat that step again. So we're just going to go in with that corner. We're just going to make sure we're at that 90 degree at the bottom, bend that in. I'm just going to pinch that one at the top just there as it comes together. So making sure that that's nice and flush up against the edge. And then when it comes to this corner, we're just going to do the squidge and then line that one up and press in. And then last but by no means least, we're just going to go in, taking this one from the corner, pull it in on itself, and then what we're just going to do is pinch that one here, and then inside what we're then going to do is squidge.
Nice.
So we're going to squidge that one in like so. So just make sure you're nice and square. And then what we've then got is what can be a little bag, a little gift bag that we can see here. And then what I've then done is I've taken a strip of our multi-purpose card. You can go on, of course, and use any colour. 2.5 inches by 6, so 2.5 inches by 6. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come along and then let's score at the 1 1/4 mark. And then what we can then do is then just fold that one over. Take your crocodile or your hole punch or something like that. That can just sit either over the top, or you can tuck these in if you want to. That's optional. But the whole purpose of this one is not having to use any adhesive whatsoever. You can just go along the top and then create a little fold at the top, bringing one in. And then that is a nice way to create a very, very simple, cute little bag, gift box, little smellies, bath belts, anything like that. We'll do something similar again later on in launch party, put a little bit more detail in there, but I just wanted to finish the show on with those plaid paper pads and make a simple box, no adhesives, no nothing if you don't want to, in a nice way with a couple of folds.
Lovely, love the tartan paper, says Lindsay. Loads of love coming in for the brand new pads. If you want to grab them, the bundle is there for you. 72 sheets you'll get in total, with 100 bonus points, and a lot of people stocking up on the plaid pads. £20.78, $27.12 is the platinum price, and of course you'll get 100 bonus points on top as well. Well, what a wake-up call that has been! Jam-packed full of demonstration. Do you know what? I feel like we've had a lot of fun today, and I can't believe that you've managed to get so many demos done with the amount of fun that we've had.
Do you know what I've just realised as well?
What?
We are the plaid lads.
We are the plaid lads.
Yeah.
Plaid, don't you start. Liam's just gone, we're the plaid paper pad lads.
We're the plaid lads.
But
I know four to choose from. So we've got the 4 for you to choose from, not from us at home. So it's going to be up to yourself. So we use number 1, which was our butterfly cut in. Number 2 was our swans cut in with the plaid paper pads.
You plaid paper pad lad, yes.
Yes. Then number 3 was the cut in, where we've created a lovely little box, UK exclusive, with that image there. And then we used our plaid lad paper pads, where we've created that little gift basket box there. You can do with any of them. And that is 1, 2, 3, or 4. The choice is yours.
You've got about 2.5 minutes. What are you going for? I'm going. My favourite is 1.
I'm going 2.
Oh, all of you are going 2. Oh, I'm the one out. Yeah, but I like to be different, yeah? I don't like to be a sheep. You vote for whatever you want to vote for. You've got about 2.5 minutes. Trace says, thank you, Ben Craig, for such a fun show. You are welcome.
Very welcome.
Sandra says, Craig, that little bag is so clever. And, oh, Craig, says Lindsay. I love that bag. So pretty.
There you go. And just remember, 3 inches, then 9 inches. Turn it over on itself, and then it's going to be 5 inches and 7 inches.
maybe the bag will win. We'll find out in about 2 minutes' time. Oh, what's the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? It's our tape pens. It is tonight's Out of This World deal. Deal. Now, these normally reserved for very special events, these boxes, because it is one of our, like what I like to call our wholesale boxes that we send to the stores that is jam-packed full of our tape pens. Not 4 tape pens or 6 tape pens or 8 10 pens, 12 tape pens you're going to get in here for an unbelievable deal. If you are a platinum member, it is nigh on a half-price deal to get 12 of these. Look at that price. It should be $47.88, $83.80. You're paying £24, $42. So, you know, what's a couple of pence, couple of cents between friends? That is nigh on a half-price deal. Buy 6, get 6. What a buy for all of these. And you know, I know, he knows, they know, we don't do these every day. We don't bring you these 12-pack boxes every day. Normally reserved for big events, maybe Crafters TV anniversary, maybe for a birthday event, but not a random Tuesday in the middle of April. So if you fancy stocking up on these, I mean, you don't need to see anymore. You're getting 12 of those pens in there. Pens, tape pens, yes, 12 of them, 72 feet, which is 22 metres. Just a craft room essential adhesive that you can stock up on. In total, 264 metres, which is 846 feet. Welcome, everybody. So grab that. That is a 24-hour deal, the Out of This World deal. So grab it whilst you can. It will not be here in 24 hours' time. And then also this evening, you can find all of these deals, by the way, on the Shop the Show page for Launch Party or Shop the Day. The Spectre Noir Explorer Mystery Bag. And this is brilliant, actually, because I've worked this out for you. You're going to get 5 items in here, but you're actually only paying for 3 of them. So you get a little bit of everything here. £28 or $36. We are going to give you the Tri Blends. These are in your portrait blends. Again, there are 6 pens in there. However, the 6 pens equate to your light, your medium and your dark in all of the colours that you've got there. So your coral blend, your pale pink, your fair skin, your gold brown, your tan and your earth brown blend, light, medium, dark across the 6 gives you 18 different colour tones, if you like, and it makes it so easy for you to be able to practice and to really grasp hold of your colour blending. A great follow-up pen to go for if you have been going for the Academy of Colour. Then we're throwing into the mix some of our amazing metallic pens. These are just brilliant and just about, you can apply them to anything pretty much. You're getting in here the 3 different size nibs on these. So the 0.7mm super fine nib, your 3mm fine, and then that 4mm chisel nib. These are oil-based metallic markers, and again, will pretty much take to anything you so wish. And if you want to be able to copy the card that Craig did a little bit earlier on, you love the way he added the detail to that swan card. It is the glossy highlights that you'll need to go for, which also come in the bag. So you pay for that, and then for free, it's like we are giving you your tricolour pens in the Great Outdoors. So you've got your Botanic Natural in there, you've got your Cool Marine and your Rich Floral aqua-based pens, of course, water-based pens that you're getting for free within the bundle. And we are also going to give you in our opaque pigment ink pad the Bordeaux. All of that for £28 or $36 represents incredible value for money, and it's like you're getting those 2 for free. Demo of the show is... Ha! Well, it's not 2.
Is it not?
Liam was so confident, he's got the shot lined up for 2.
So I'm going to say number 4 then.
It's not 4.
Oh! I'm going to say number 3 then.
Three.
Yay.
Beautiful.
There you go.
Beautiful.
I think that's just shown because I've shown you how you can cut in, you can cut out, you can colour, you can layer back, and of course you can then go onto a box lid as well. That could easily have been on a card front instead of a box. So a really nice way. I think maybe as well, the different ways that I showed you visually by using the black card, I think that may have also tipped it to the post as well.
Fantastic. What a show. Whatever you love on this show, make sure you grab it. That showstopper particularly, over 20% of the stock has already gone before the official launch, which is in an hour's time. And of course, those paper pads are absolutely flying out of the door too. Thank you so much for watching. What a great show. We will be back with the official launch day launch of all of these brand new products in an hour. In the meantime, don't forget to check out your baskets. Check out the April shower deals on the web. And Craig and I will see you in an hour's time.
Toodles!